Good morning, everybody. It's 9:40, and let's give a rousing welcome for our guests and a nice introduction to them.
That was rousing.
We're working on it. Millions of fans of the Twilight movies know Jackson Rathbone as the actor who plays Jasper Hale. But Jackson also has another career. There's a separate legion of fans who know him as one of the rock stars in the very popular Los Angeles-based band 100 Monkeys. Here's a tape. We have at least 5 of the 100 Monkeys in the studio with us this morning. And Jackson, Ben, Gropner, Jared Anderson, Lawrence Adams, and Ben Johnson. Did I get everybody right? Close?
Very close. Very close. Let's get Lawrence Abrams. But
Oh, got it. Lawrence, where are you?
Sitting down.
Sitting. Lawrence, did you play with Ike and Tina Turner? No, who did you play with?
I've played with many.
You're the seasoned old vet pro sitting back there on percussion, aren't you?
That I am.
This guy who buys all the beer, apparently, they're all kids.
They're all youngster. All right, well,
somebody's got to buy the beer.
I see him sitting back there like he doesn't want to be noticed. But anyway, it's very nice to have you here.
I want to thank you for having me.
Okay. Now, I have heard a lot about 100 Monkeys, and I've been listening all morning to some of your stuff because we've been very excited that you're coming in. And it's very creative, very interesting music, played not in a standard format with standard instruments, and you guys do some things on stage that most bands would never attempt. For those of you that don't know, Jackson was in the studio with us, was it a couple of years ago?
It was about a year and a half ago now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jackson was here and talking about 100 Monkeys, and we said, if you're ever in town with the band, come back.
And
Well,
here we are.
Here you are. You did. That's,
Yeah.
You know how many times we say, hey, when you're around, and
Hey, I'm a Southern boy. You extended an invitation. I'm gonna take you up
Well,
on it.
that's very
And
nice of
Y'all
you.
got some, y'all amazing people.
okay,
Great radio stations.
first
so
off,
thank
just before we start with the band, you're a huge movie star.
you. I don't know about that.
You're a very big star.
Okay, well, if you say so.
Well, and of course the series, Twilight series, takes place here, and but you don't come here that often, right?
Not that often, but actually, I have a guitar right here. It's a Schoen guitar made by a man out of Walla Walla, Washington. Look at his gunbox guitar here.
Wow.
It's a beautiful piece, and so I mean, I should be coming to Washington more often.
Okay,
Get something like that.
that guitar. You said it's a gun box?
Yeah, it's made out of an old gun box from like the 20s, and it's the tuning keys are actually old skeleton keys. The
No
inlays
kidding.
right
Wow.
here are actually old bullets.
That's very cool.
It's an amazing piece made by a guy named Schoen.
It's going to
out
be a
of
very
Walla Walla,
interesting
Washington.
sound there. Your guitar, I understand, you have a name for it, right?
Yeah, I have a couple different names for a couple different guitars. I do have a few.
Are you
but
cheating on one of your guitars today, and you don't know
I
which
am.
one you're
I am. I'm sorry, Betty. I'm sorry, but Betty's an electric, so see that's my Les Paul.
I see.
And then there's Annabelle, which is my first real guitar.
But you're out on the road with some. You're not with Annabelle today.
No, Annabelle stays home because she's a delicate flower. She could wilt very easily.
Well, who's the streetwalker you're playing this morning?
It's a little Gertie.
That's Gertie?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little Gertie, my little
about
mandolin.
Gertie?
Yeah. Do you name all of your guitars? I mean, is it cool to name your instrument?
I don't know if it's cool, but I think most of us inevitably do.
You do. Okay.
It's cool.
And now, Jared, you're playing a red, white, and blue, very patriotic guitar,
In
right?
fact, the name it's called the Patriot.
It's called the Patriot. All right. And who else did we not say hi to yet? Ben is going to play shakers.
Yes, I'm going to play the shaker today.
Does your shaker have a name?
It's the pink shaker.
Pink
That's what they
testes.
call Joe, too.
Yeah, it's
All right. So now, about this band, I mean, like a lot of actors have had bands, and because it's creative people, they're not like they usually get successful in one area, but they're not limited by that. They're just creative people. So, which came first for you, the music or the acting?
It was honestly kind of all at once. I picked up my sister's old abandoned guitar when I was about 13 years old, and then I landed a role in a musical in Midland, Texas called Grease the Musical, and I played
Greece,
Judy.
really? You're pretty far
Yeah.
from Greece now.
Yeah, I don't wear grease in my hair, or roll up my sleeves, or anything else like that.
Neat.
But you know, it was a really fun time. I just loved being an entertainer, being on stage, getting to influence the moods of hundreds of people at a time. And I think that's where the idea 100 Monkeys came from, which is the 100 Monkey Effect, which is kind of influencing the mindset of a group of people, just with your own. It's kind of like the collective consciousness. Put a smile on your face and walk down the street, and hopefully be able to influence 3 other people that day to have a smile on their face and wave and just have a good time.
And 100 Monkeys are doing very, very well.
You know, we've been having a wonderful North American tour that we're getting ready to gear up for our European tour in November, December. So, you know, it's been an amazing time on the road. We're about 2 weeks out of being home in Los Angeles, and we're just excited just to, you know, be playing for everyone we're playing for.
All right. Now, I have a few trivia items about you, and we'd like
dear
to
Lord.
fact-check our Wikipedia because you know how crazy that can be, right? Has anything incorrect ever been reported about you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What's the, dispel whatever you want, right here.
Just spell whatever I want. No, I'm actually okay with the
It's good now.
the rumors and speculation, whatever.
All right. There,
I am actually not a robot. I don't know.
the Wikipedia says you had your first kiss when you were 13.
How does Wikipedia know that? I don't know. I mean, it depends how you define kiss.
So
I mean, which kind of kiss are we talking about
Yeah.
here? I think my first kiss was definitely, I was younger than that.
Yeah.
But that was, I think my first makeout session was when I was
Okay, at
13.
13. Well, we can call incorrect.
Yeah. Playing tonsil hockey.
Yes,
for the
you're
first
from
time
the
with my
South,
dad
so
and
that
son.
would be very, very late, right?
Yes.
Maybe they meant with a family member. I don't know.
He's allowed to say that because Joe's from the South.
Is that right?
Where are you
Joe,
from,
do you have a
Jess?
question?
Well, I have a couple things I want to mention. I see you guys are doing an in-store today at noon at Best Buy.
That's correct.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because I didn't know about that. That's Best Buy in Northgate if you want to meet these guys.
Yeah.
And you're playing at Chop Suey tonight. We want to make sure and let people know about that.
Yeah, you got it, man. Thank you.
Where's the funkiest place you've played so far? I know you had 45 dates on this tour. Where kind of out of the way little places have you been?
Oh man, there've been a couple. What do you think is the most out of the way place? It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, I mean we
If you,
played all
if
over.
you,
like a lot
if
of
you
different house
say
places.
this place is out of the way, Wikipedia will report that you don't like that place.
Now that may be true. Now you're not going to play Forks, right? Have you ever even been to Forks?
No, actually I have not.
No. Oh, they'd freak
Just-
out,
just
man, if
in
you
the
showed
script.
You
up
should
in
show up at
Forks.
Forks. You know what you should do in Forks? You should sneak through backyards at twilight. That would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a really great headline.
Then we could run the 911 calls the next day. It would be fantastic. All right. The other thing about your band, which we heard this morning, is that you do a thing on stage. Probably not going to do it here because it's cramped in the radio studio. But you guys are multi-instrumentalists. You swap instruments during the show. Is that right? How will that look
correct.
when we see it tonight?
Well, basically the way it works is every single one of us, you know, kind of has ADHD, musically speaking, if you will. And we jump around from different instruments. And so you'll see us play drums, guitar, bass, keys. The mandolin gets brought out, the trumpet gets brought out, harmonica gets brought out, and the flutes and saxophones. And it's just a riot as good old time. And so the cool thing about 100 Monkeys is there's no real front man. You know, we have 4 different lead singers. We all sing back up for each other. And, you know, we all write together, and sometimes someone will bring a song to the table, and we'll kind of add that 100 Monkeys feel to it, or sometimes we'll just be jamming on a song, and then we'll write it from that jam and play it that night.
Jackson, Ben, Jared, Lawrence, and Ben. There's 2 bands. Where's the other Ben? There you're the other Ben. Okay. Ben, and you're going to have Ben Gropner is going to sing, and we were ready to hear a song. Here's 100 Monkeys. Let's rip it. Here we go.
Old Dan Tannengraph, you can keep your cold dead stare. The pretty lady's waiting now in the coal-stained air. And I've watched your hair turn gray. Off the course of one fateful day, she got shower water in her eyes. She got shower water in her eyes. Well, on that creaky wooden porch, you can think about what you've lost. While some nurse you don't know brings you paper cups full of pills. Well, your pretty lady's somewhere, lonely and turning gray. Oh, what a mistake you have made. She got shower water in her eyes. She got shower water in her eyes. Well, you can stick to your guns if you please. It don't bother me. Oh, oh. You can stick to your guns if you need. And you need. Well, if there's a moral here that's to be learned, it's not to let a good thing pass you by. Well, right now, you're staring straight ahead. Beside some girl with shower water in her eyes. And she got shower water in her eyes. She got shower water in her eyes. Well, you can stick to your guns if you please. It don't bother me. Oh, oh.
Wow.
Thank you.
Joe, will you be selling burritos out of a truck outside of
Oh,
our show?
man. I just felt like I was just sitting on the porch listening to you guys. That is awesome.
The look on Joe's face, he would follow you around the country.
Oh, man. That was wonderful.
Really beautiful stuff, guys.
Yeah, thank
All right,
you very much.
and tonight at Chop Suey, also today, you're doing like an in-store. Are you going to play at the in-store?
Yeah, we're going to play a couple songs at Best Buy. We're really excited about it. It's been Best Buy's been really helping us out, along with Fender, and we've been just having a great old tour because of it.
All right, cool. We'll put a link to all of this at BobRivers.com so you can go see these guys. As we close the show, we have a thing called The Last Word. And when we have a special guest, sometimes we give a special guest the last word. Now, the rules for the last word are, it can be any word in the English language except for, the 7 that George Carlin talks about quite a bit.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to, because if the word was bleep, then we would have to use bleep in a sentence tomorrow. So whatever word you come up with for the last word, Jackson, will be at the first, or Lawrence could come up with it if you want.
Yeah, can I turn that one over to Lawrence?
All right,
The
whatever
last
word you come up with, at some point during the show tomorrow, we use it in a sentence. And the first person to call in wins tickets to see Santana at White River Amphitheater. So it's a big deal, this last word. No pressure. It could be the. I mean, it doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be a fancy word. To close out the show, Lawrence Abrams will give us the very last word. Lawrence, which mic are you on? Okay, go ahead.
Your love.
Is that ear love?
Ear love.
Your love. Thank you very much, all of you. All right, let's hear it for you guys.
Hey, thank y'all so much.
You got to say it one more time because it has to be the last word.
Your love.